Hi guys, it's 2:22 p.m. Of course. On how does that always happen? On October 5th, 2012. I wanted to do a video today, something a little different than I have done in the past, and this video is more directed at people that are newly awakening and that are realizing something's going on and are looking for someone to follow. I seem to have a lot of people that watch my videos or read my material and think I have all the answers, and I don't. I do not. I might be highly up there in my ascension initiation processes, but what I do is my path. What information I obtain is that which I've searched for, I've asked for, I've wanted to be provided with for the path that I've chosen. We each are going to have our own individual paths. We're not meant to be the same, and we're not meant to follow others' paths. To explore all that is what we came here to do. It seems like every once in a while I'll do a video or write something that really sparks some deep chords with people that are previously awakened, as well as people that are newly awakened. And a lot of the newly awakened people haven't realized the process of shifting from their head and into their heart and finding their answers for themselves. And that's basically what I want to state in this video, is we all have access to all that is. We all have access to any information that we want to enlighten ourselves to, or any levels of consciousness that we would like to obtain. It's all unlimited. There are no limits put on any one of us other than the limits that we put upon ourselves. You can go as high as you want to go, have as much knowledge and information as you'd like to have, or you could go as slow as you wish to go. It's all, the whole thing, your enlightenment process depends on your focused intent and what you so choose you wish to obtain. And it also has a lot to do with how much time, how much dedication you focus upon your process, how dedicated you are. The more dedicated you are and focused with an intent of what it is that you want to do, to become, to remember, to put back together, that all has direct relation to the results which you will obtain. You can look to individuals as being guides, but don't follow anyone as a guru or a teacher. Those days are over. That was all part of the Passeian age of duality. Everyone, every single one of us has a different part and piece to the puzzle. Every one of us are teachers as well as students. There is nobody, and I don't care what ascended master or what guru or what enlightened being or self-realized teacher is out there, no one has all the answers. And each one who is out there that's on that path that I just described, the answers that they found is what they sought. That was, you don't come into life already being what you will later become. You might come here with a vision and a mission and a memory of what it is you're supposed to become, but there's going to be many paths going to from that point of A when you're first born to the end result when we leave planet. And right now, everything's changing. Everything's in a shift. And people are awakening and enlightening themselves very, very fast. But a lot of these newly awakened people are looking for someone that they can follow. And there is no one to follow. It's not me. It's not anybody else. And as far as channeled messages go, I would like to say that learn to channel your higher self. Learn to receive your own messages and use other external channeled messages as confirmation. Use signs as confirmation. Use synchronicities as confirmation. But don't go following what anyone else says. You've got to learn through your chakra system, through being in your heart, what truth is and what your intuition is, what your path is, and which way to go. It's a process. It is something that you've got to choose to want. There is nothing in enlightenment that is simply handed to you. There is nothing that is getting ready to happen on earth like ascension that is simply given to you. You have to desire it. You have to want to enlighten yourself. You have to want to expand your consciousness to higher levels of understanding. You have to want to increase your frequency. None of this is simply given, and none of it can you find on the exterior. Everything that's outside of your heart and that's outside of that divine flame, that vibration, that soul that you feel on the inside of you, everything that's exterior of that is the illusion. It is temporal. It can be altered by your thought, your emotion, and your intent. That is why it is an illusion. It is the Maya. The only thing that is true and eternal is that you feel on the inside of it yourself. That consciousness. The consciousness is the mind. The mind doesn't necessarily have to be in the brain. And when you shift it out of the duality, the plurality of the brain and into the heart, you step into the wholeness and the oneness. And that is what begins your ascension process, your higher ascension initiations. Truly, when you shift that consciousness from your head to your heart, you activate the heart chakra, it's said that you're taking the first baby ascended mastery initiations, which is true. You're there, but you'll never be there. That's the whole thing about it. Enlightenment is a continuing process. You never finally get there and go, I'm here, I'm enlightened. Well, you step over the boundary and you become that baby initiate ascended master, but there is no end to the game. It just keeps on going and going and going, because truly we are all that is, and what we're trying to do with our consciousness is to remember, to put back together that dismemberment of being the fragment that we are as the individual, just like Bill Ballard. Bill Ballard is only a fragment of all that is, and the funny part about it is Bill Ballard is just a fragment of who I am in the eternalized being, the one that has been here on Earth School 10,000 times or better, 10,000 lives or better. And Bill Ballard is only 1/10,000th of that. And that's what makes the ego so funny. When you think of yourself as the individual that you perceive yourself to be, you're limiting yourself. You are becoming 1/10,000th of me. As far as me, 1/10,000th of me when I perceive myself as Bill Ballard. I have to remember who all I am. And I'm not talking about the other personalities and egos that I was in the individual lifetimes. I'm talking about the skills, the abilities, the knowledge, the wisdom, that I've gained from all those lifetimes. That is the true gold. That is the treasure. Not remembering who you were so you can go back and study that person in history. Yeah, that can be done. But what's the point? What's the point of trying to relive that ego when you're already trying to dissolve the ego that you're already in right now? And stepping into the heart is what begins the dissolution of that ego, that identification with self. As long as you identify yourself as the self that you think of yourself as, you're identifying with ego, and you're limiting yourself. You are limiting your abilities to what you have thought, learned, and perceived since your mama named you whoever she named you. And that's quite a limiting thing to be. So shifting into the heart, you start your process of remembering, of putting back together who you are, of becoming whole and complete. And it's an ever-growing process. And if you are looking for other people who can tell you who you were or tell you the skills, that is actually limiting yourself. You're actually following another, believing in what they say as to who you are and what you've been. But on the other side of it, if you can really, really, really get out of the linear thinking, and I'm even talking that 5D vertical thinking, and start stepping into a non-linear sixth dimensional perception where you are realizing you're radiating out in every different direction all at the same time like a star, and that light, each beam of light that goes out, is connecting you to the rest of all that is, every atom and subatomic particle in existence. At that point, you have the ability to relate to all the consciousness of all that is. And that is when you start really stepping into your unlimited powers. You start learning that you don't have to remember at one time all that is, but you can access the information of the Akashic records at any time you so desire. That's probably an easier way of thinking, discussing it, relating it. There is no one who can give you these gifts. You have to decide that that is what you wish to obtain, to remove any obstacles like perceptions that you've boxed yourself in with, and you have to expand your thinking. You have to know that you are capable of communicating with all that is. You are capable of reading the Akashic records that you hold within you, that Mother Earth holds within her, that our galaxy holds within it, and our universe holds within it. And it's all available to you, just like going to the library, just like using the internet or the World Wide Web. And you just have to know you can do it. Don't follow anyone. Go to others for advice. Go to others for being taught how to do it. But don't put anybody else on a pedestal. It's that's counter intuitive to what you're trying to do when you're trying to expand your consciousness. Anyway, we're coming up on this one. Am I having a bad hair day? I'm having a bad hair day. Bill's having a bad hair day. All right, guys. Love you all. Bye for now. I hope you enjoy this day and all the coming days. It's really interesting how quickly the energies are changing and how we're transmuting any of the negativity and lower vibrations into something very wonderful. It's happening so very fast. I thank you all, guys. Bye for now.